Some fans of My Chemical Romance have threatened to sell their tickets after the group's weird and demonic experiment that took the form of an execution-style stunt on stage.
Right now, we're gonna try an experiment, maybe. Maybe an experiment, maybe a practice of democracy.
Thank you for tuning in to Common Revolt.
Common Revolt. Got it. All right. Hey, I'm Frank Iero, and you're watching Common Revolt.
My name is Tyler Common. This is a media outlet where I speak a lot about alternative music. So if that's your thing, smash the subscribe button. It goes a long way. My Chemical Romance have made their long-awaited return to the stage, but this isn't just another MCR tour. This is their 2006 rock epic, The Black Parade Reborn, a full-blown theatrical experience. We've got a lot to cover in this video. I'm going to be diving in to the Long Live the Black Parade tour, the opening night in Seattle, from the set list, merch, fan reactions, stage setup, visuals, to the eerie new narrative that's unfolding on stage, complete with a My Chem specific language. I've got a lot to unpack, so get comfortable. Whether you've got tickets for a future date on this tour, or you're just curious about what they've turned this show into, here's everything you need to know about the tour. This is your spoiler warning. This is the first time since October of last year's When We Were Young festival in Las Vegas that My Chemical Romance has been on stage as a band together, and this show featured the longest set list of their entire career. That set included 25 tracks and looked a little bit like this. As you can see, the full Black Parade album plus an additional 10 songs on the B stage, closing out the entire evening with Helena. The visionary of My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way, has hinted in interviews over the years that the Black Parade still feels unfinished to him. And in a 2016 interview, he revealed that the album could have been and almost was a double album, indicating that there was way more material developed than what made the final cut. He also expressed regret about not including the song Kill All Your Friends on the album's final track list. These statements suggest that from Gerard's perspective, the full artistic vision for the Black Parade may not have ever been entirely realized in its single album form. So with that context in mind, this tour already feels like a continuation of that story that we may not have ever gotten otherwise. For starters, when this tour went on sale back in November, the whole thing sold out almost immediately, moving 365,000 tickets. The band was largely quiet about the tour leading up to its launch, but in typical MCR fashion, they released several cryptic videos to promote the tour. The tour announcement included a dramatic trailer showcasing a dictator stepping out onto a balcony as crowds cheer in a stark, dystopian white city. The trailer's description referenced how much time had passed since the Black Parade had last appeared, now rebranded as His Grand Immortal Dictator's National Band. It framed the tour as an official reinstatement of the Black Parade's work privilege, giving it the green light to honor fictional culture and accomplishments of a made-up regime called DRAG, spelled D-R-A-A-G. The Mexico City tour trailer echoed very similar themes, even rewriting the narrative to say that the Black Parade never actually died. Additional teasers, like ones titled Opera and Good Boy, have also been released to build the world around the tour. Gerard Way even commissioned comic book letterer Nate Picos, known for his work with Marvel, DC, and of course, the Umbrella Academy, to design the fonts and language for the tour. Fans have already begun to decode the language on their subreddit and other various corners of the internet. I mean, look at the set list. It's pretty serious. The merch for the tour opened early at 2:30 p.m. Seattle time, with merch trucks featuring the new fonts as part of the signage, with new designs, classic designs, and a Seattle-specific shirt that was limited to only 800, featuring a parody of the Sub Pop Records logo, a Seattle-based record label, and of course, tour-exclusive vinyl variants. Gates opened around 5:30 p.m., with fans rushing right in. Attendees were handed these yay or nay signs, which come into play later. The dictator was sitting at the sound booth, of course. Various rules were written on screens prior to the band's performance, which I've included on the screen here. Pause to read. The opening act for the show was the Violent Femmes, who kicked off the evening at 7:10 p.m. They performed about 14 songs, and then My Chemical Romance took the stage at 8:40 p.m., complete with this theatrical entrance. Gerard Way was locked in right off the bat, but would you expect anything less? The yay or nay signs that I mentioned that were given to fans upon entry were utilized as part of this election moment in the set that happened directly before the song I Don't Love You, which results in a military-style execution.
What we're going to do here is have an election.
This skit is just a commentary about what the illusion of democracy has become, but of course, Gerard Way remained locked in and didn't break character.
Our four candidates for election. You will get a chance to vote them in or out of office. Seattle, are you ready?
He asked fans to vote yay or nay on whether to keep these four masked candidates in office.
All together, yays and nays, up at the same time. Yay and boo! Let me hear you! There's a lot of fucking red! Let's go! Roll!
Of course, when the crowd voted nay, the actors were executed in a dramatic puff of smoke.
Ready? Set!
Gerard then thanked the crowd.
Thank you so very much for participating in democracy.
Some fans have expressed their distaste and their desire to sell their tickets. Some of these people admitted they only knew the band casually and didn't expect political commentary on stage at an emo concert. It's My Chemical Romance. Do you know anything about this band? This user down here said it best. Of course, diehard fans were not surprised. They pointed out that MCR has always been political. The band literally formed from Gerard Way witnessing 9/11. I mean, come on. The highlight for many of the set was Mama, which now features a haunting new bridge section, which the band alluded to on their social media pages just days before the tour kickoff. I obviously can't include audio of the song for copyright purposes, but go seek it out. It's pretty cool. The performance of Famous Last Words was an insane highlight. It was full of lots of pyro. Similar to the music video for the song, it was really wild to watch through these videos. My Chem also performed an additional 10 songs on the B stage, complete with a wardrobe change and reverting back to My Chemical Romance and not just the Black Parade. If you know, you know. This B-stage performance saw the return of Frank Iero's infamous pansy guitar. If you don't know the lore behind this, I'm going to paste it on the screen here. You can pause to read. Gerard even commented on being slapped earlier in the set, saying he was giving the people what they wanted.
You guys have probably wanted to see me get slapped like that for like 20 years, so I give the people what they want, you know?
Reflecting on the first night of tour, Mikey Way said on his Instagram that last night's show felt like it was in a league of its own, saying to buckle up and enjoy the ride, promising more twists and turns. I guess we'll find out what that means in due time. While it's not yet clear what all these visuals mean, I think that's kind of the point. Regarding the language that we're seeing on the tour, illustrator Nate Picos has said that we'll find out soon what the name of the language is, and that Gerard has had this planned for quite some time. This tour is immersive. The band has essentially turned the Black Parade into live horror cinema, with moments of beauty, terror, and absurdity all blending together. This tour isn't just the Black Parade on stage, it's a eulogy for who we were when we first heard it, and for the Black Parade, the entity. Gerard and the band have never been afraid to play into discomfort, even being kidnapped at one point. The laughter, the booing, the cutout soldiers, the apocalyptic vibes, it's all pushing us to think about war, death, fame, and performance itself, especially at a time where our country is in the current state that it's in. A lot has happened since this album was initially released. We've lived through a pandemic, continued political unrest, a genocide in Palestine, a social and cultural reckoning that's still happening, and a transfer of power to the billionaire class. But despite everything, this version of the Black Parade is darker, more absurd, and more accurate to what grief feels like in 2025. So that was my breakdown of the Long Live the Black Parade tour's opening night in Seattle. I'll be providing additional coverage as the tour continues, so make sure you're connected with me here on YouTube, as well as Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, so you don't miss anything, as I post a lot of stuff there that I can't always post on YouTube. What show are you planning on attending? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new here and enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment. It goes a long way and helps me out more than you know. I mentioned it before, but if you haven't yet seen my conversation with Frank Iero, I've included a link in the description below. Thank you for tuning in. You could have been anywhere on the internet, watching anything at all, and you chose this video, and for that, I'm grateful. My name is Tyler Common. This is Common Revolt. See you next time.